saw my photo was up. I didn't know. Sometimes I will do this, but like it takes a lot of courage to do it.
Yeah.
And reaching out to a big brand where it's like you saw your photos in the contract, you said you can't use this for paid ads or whatever.
Yeah.
That's crossing that contract line.
Yep.
But again, most people will just be like, whatever. But for me, I'm like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna pay
If
for
there's a
this.
contract and you broke the contract, yeah, you should pay something
Yeah, like
for sure.
you're gonna pay for this whether you like it or not,
Yep.
or worst case scenario, it goes to court. And
Yeah. Who
that's
wants to do
yeah,
that?
who wants to do that? I don't, because I don't have money to pay for lawyers or to
Yeah.
go through legal and all this, and I'd rather avoid that. And it's just easier to be like, hey, I saw this, you know
X amount
it
of
was
dollars.
it
Yeah.
was on a paid ad. I would love to get a cut from it,
Yep.
unless that was already predetermined. And then
Yeah, for sure. Did you have any big mistakes coming into this whole photography industry or?
tons. There's so many.
Yeah. Sheesh.
There's so many mistakes that you make in your journey as like photography and videography,
Uh-huh.
whether it's simple as you never got paid
Yeah.
for something, or you get screwed over, right? And the amount of things that I've messed up on or learned from, it like it outweighs anything else.
Uh-huh.
But I think those are good like learning points for me, where I'm like, oh dang, like I got
Yeah.
screwed over. I got screwed over on that. Let's make sure this doesn't happen again. And then I, rethink contracts or restructure ways that I talk to clients.
Okay.
For me, rather than taking on anything and everything, I, if I get an inbound lead where someone's reaching out to me, I divvy it up where it's like, okay, let's get on a call, right?
Yeah.
15, 30 minutes max. Like, what are you looking for? Where'd you find me?
Uh-huh.
What's your goals? Where's this going? And then also like, what what's your budget? Because that's the big thing.
Yeah, for
People
sure.
people are willing to pay for this stuff, but you don't know how much. And
Hmm.
that's where I've learned a lot of my mistakes. Is I've In the beginning it's cool.
Yeah.
You're getting money, you get that excitement, but then in the long run it's screwing you over to all this other stuff where you don't notice it, or you then eventually you get burnt out and
Yeah, it's not fun
I
anymore.
don't even want to do this because I'm not making money, or
Yep.
people are trying to screw me over. And then you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. And
Yep.
I've seen a lot of creatives drop that aspect where they're like, I love doing this, but I've gotten to a point of burnout where I just stopped photography and videography. and
Yep.
and I'm like, dude, like you were just so
Almost
close.
there, yeah. That's kind of like with tattoos. I did tattoos for a little bit and it was fun, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to do like big size pieces. But at the time, everyone was just coming into the shop and getting like live, laugh, love or the
Yeah.
infinity sign. And I'm like, dude, that's like $80. That's what it's gonna be. That was the shop. I think the shop minimum was 60, so I'm making $20.
Yeah. $20 for what, like 2 hours of your
Yeah, and
time?
it's kind of boring. It's not a fun piece. I mean, I took photos of it, of course, so you could see line work, but I
Mm-hmm.
want to do like full blown black and gray, full color.
Yeah.
So I got burnt out on that quick.
Yeah. And same thing, going back to the photography aspect of it. It's like, you get reached out to from people, and they're like, I want to do this. And if it's just repetition after
Yeah.
repetition, you get so bored of it.
Yep. That's what's nice though, is you could like, yeah, I don't want to do that or I can't, I'm not available. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
send you to this guy, he'll probably do it or something.
Yeah.
Do you think social media has helped you or hurt you?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Um, I think it's helped me in a sense of getting my name out there.
Okay.
Um, it's helped me, gain more clients, gain more of a following, gain more people to network with, and have a network of people that I can, be like, hey, let's go do this, or let's
Uh-huh.
collaborate on this. it's hurt me in a sense of you see things that you're like you kind of get like FOMO or like fear of missing out,
Uh-huh.
or you get jealous or you get envious,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, like why am I not doing this? Or you see your buddies out doing something, and then you're like, oh, like I didn't get an invite, like
Yep.
thanks.
Yep.
But I think it's one of those things where it's helped me in a sense of like growing my own business and like getting me more clients,
Uh-huh.
but it's also really hurt me in a mental state of like, is this worth it? Am I doing the right thing? And
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to not think of the negatives so much and just really let that go,
Yep.
because that's just hurting you more than you think. But again, it's really tough to do that where, you put a piece of content out there and it doesn't do well,
Yeah.
and it kind of hurts. As much
Uh-huh.
as you want to say I don't care,
No, it doesn't. It
it doesn't. No,
doesn't.
no, like it still hurts because
Uh-huh.
you put that time in, you put that effort in, and all of a sudden, it gets a couple likes, couple shares, couple comments,
Yeah.
you're like, oh,
Damn, I put a lot of work into that,
yeah,
and that's it.
yeah. You're like, but again,
Yeah, that
you
you
can't
can't
really
be
sit
that
on the
way.
numbers. You can't
Yeah.
really sit on what isn't real.
Yeah,
Like
for
social
sure.
media, it's just not real.
Yeah, it's more or less just for people to have an outlook on life
Yeah,
without actually going out and living
yeah. And
life.
so, like, I think for me, it's more of that like networking aspect. I see
Yeah.
people on there, they could be across the world. Like, there's this buddy that I talked to online. He's based out of the UK.
Okay.
Like, and no, I don't know. At this current moment, I don't think I'll travel to the UK, but eventually I'll make my way out there,
Yeah,
and
for
I know
sure.
I can be like, hey, dude, I'm in your area. Let's hang out. Or I plan trips where I'm like, dude, I really want to go out there.
Yeah.
Can I crash on your couch? Can I crash? Where can I stay? And that's that kind of networking friendship side of it where it's
Yep.
super fun and super helpful, because you never know who you're going to meet or who's seeing your stuff online.
Oh yeah.
And so I take it in that sense where if social media was to, disappear tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
I would not be bummed.
Yeah,
I
for
think for
sure.
me, I would be more like, cool, like
That sucks, but oh
that
well.
sucks,
Yeah.
cool, whatever, because
Yep.
I know I've developed my own business and I know I can go to go back to do all the like old school style of like
Yeah.
networking, getting your business out there, meeting new
Yeah.
people.
Car shows,
Yeah,
events, stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And that's the tried true and way that always will be around
Yep.
forever, versus like if social media just disappears. And I know a
Yeah.
lot of people are like, oh, like what am I gonna do? It's like, well, I don't know, figure it out.
Something that people did before social media, like when they deleted TikTok for a little bit in
Yeah,
America or something. Holy moly.
yeah, I actually got on that train for a little bit, because I knew it was happening, and I don't really use the platform a ton.
Uh-huh.
Even when I started it, it was just like another platform to have, right?
Right.
It was fun. I would post some videos here and there. It would do well or it wouldn't do well,
Yeah.
but it wasn't my livelihood. And so I was like, oh, whatever. If it goes away tomorrow, and it did, it got deleted, and
Yep.
I was part of that crew where I was like, oh, whatever, it doesn't
Yep.
matter. And then I got it back somehow. I don't know how I accomplished that, but I got it back, and then it hit me again where I was like, this is so bad for me. Like I really
Oh
don't need
yeah.
this, but I for some reason it just drew me back in, and I'm like, I don't have a really big need for this.
Nope. I don't either. I just post on TikTok just because it's another outlet to put stuff out there.
Mm,
But I doom scroll all the time, just
yeah,
scrolling and watching videos. It's more just like comedy for me now.
yeah, and that's for me. Like I've gotten really good at like when to get on social media.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people are, it's that doom scroll.
Yep.
But for me, where I'm like so caught up in stuff, where I'm like, I got to do this stuff, and then maybe, if I have some downtime, I might update what's going
Yeah.
on. because it is, it's a social platform, it's a networking
For
platform.
sure.
See what my friends are doing, or see what's really going on, or get
Yep.
ideas, get inspo. But then I gotta really limit myself where I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really need to do this. And but then again, you catch yourself late at night. You're laying on the couch or something, and you're
Yep.
just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and it's not good.
It's not. I need to take a step back every now and then. I
Yeah.
should probably be a little bit more better at not getting onto social media. I try, I really do, but it
Hmm.
doesn't work so often. Most of it is the marketplace
Yeah.
because I'm looking for more cars that I don't need, different
Yeah.
deals to buy, sell, trade, and it's like, let me just put this away and like focus on everything around me
Yeah.
that's really here.
And that makes sense. Like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like Craigslist,
Yeah.
where you would just hop on Craigslist and just search for
Yep.
hours and hours
Every day.
every day, and you're like, oh, this is so bad. And
Yep.
now it's gone to
Even
marketplace,
worse.
even worse, where you can just jump back and forth in
Yep.
just a single swipe, and
Yeah.
you're like, this is bad, this is not
No
good.
more just like a MySpace or something. You got all kinds of platforms to go on. And then they got threads or something for the
Yeah.
Instagram. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. So I downloaded it to see what it was. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of like Twitter or
Yeah.
X, I guess, whatever they call it now. And I'm like, I don't really need this.
Yeah, and I downloaded it too, and it's fun to get on there. I use it more as like a kind of banter
Uh-huh.
app, where if I see something, I'll like kind of rage bait someone into
Oh,
something.
yeah.
And that's, for me, I love that stuff. It's fun, but again,
So easy to get people to be all mad. And it's just like, why are you so mad over social media? Just
yeah,
delete it and move on.
yeah, it's just, it's not that big, bro.
How do you stay consistent without being burnt out?
Um, it's very similar to the gym.
Okay.
I try to really, put in the reps, put in the hours, but also give myself breaks.
Okay.
Like, for example, today, um, I worked all week on, photography, videography,
Mm-hmm.
shooting cars, doing blogs, editing, all this other stuff. But then, like, I'll take a day to really focus on my own personal life.
Yep.
What do I need to do in my own life that needs to be done?
Yeah.
Whether, you know it's just going doing errands, or maybe I need to go grocery shopping, or
Mm-hmm.
taking taking yourself away from that life for a day, just a quick 24 hours,
Yeah.
is very good, and that's what really keeps me consistent, is taking those breaks,
Okay.
just short stints where it's my rest day, right?
Yep.
If I know I went really crazy and did a lot of stuff, I'm gonna take a day to just really pull back and relax and do
Mm-hmm.
what I want to do. But then again, for me, where it is my career, I gotta stay focused, and you know, someone reaches out, I get a call, it's a
Yeah.
business call, or someone's like, "Hey, dude, we're doing this today." I have to weigh it a little bit.
If it's gonna be worth it or not.
Yeah, and it's like, cool, like that sounds fun. Like today there was an event in Park City,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a pretty big event with like hypercars and
Yeah.
Porsches and all that. But I was like, do I really want to go to this? Like, I was around this all week.
Yeah.
I know I know who's gonna be there. Like, it would be fun to see all my friends, but the drive to Park City,
Oh yeah.
um, today it's 40 degrees,
That's a little chilly.
so it's chilly, and I'm like, to me, I was like, I don't want to go.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
that burnout, right?
Yep.
You've been around it for so long, but then you take that step away, and you stay consistent with it.
Yeah.
And it's same thing. To avoid the burnout and to be very consistent in what you do, you gotta step away
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yep. Makes sense. So do you think gear matters or is it skill?
I think skill matters more.
Okay.
When I had my T6i, like my base level entry
Uh-huh.
camera, I was producing stuff that was very professional at a very
Okay.
high caliber. Um, but a lot of people, there are its, pros, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I knew I wouldn't be able to do certain video aspects with that camera,
Uh-huh.
which really hindered me in a sense, but I knew I could, work around it.
Okay.
And I think as long as you have more of a skill set and understand how to run your camera, how
Hmm.
to do certain things on your camera or your gear,
Yeah.
that progresses way further than if I was to go out tomorrow and buy like the newest camera.
Yeah.
Because then I would have to relearn that camera. And what's really funny is that original camera, I I think I had it just up to almost like 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I did not like I had it and I had the lenses and stuff and I was using it,
Hmm.
but it was like I had no need to upgrade besides like, the 4K and all this
Yeah.
other stuff, which was nice. And I was like, damn, I really want
Yeah,
want
for
that
sure.
because one, it would really level up like a lot of my filming where it's
Uh-huh.
like rather than filming on 1080, I could actually film at 4K and it'd look really clean.
Yeah.
But I think that skill aspect because there's people out there with super crazy gear and then I see their work and I'm like,
It's
dude,
not that good. It's
I'm
just
like
clear.
it's just clear. I'm like, you colored this really well and you edited this in a certain way, but it's like there's no sauce is what I like to call it.
Yeah,
There's no
for
sauce
sure.
to it. I'm like, it's kind of just there.
Yeah, that's a basic profile of anything and everything. It's like, meh, it's cool, but it could have been better, right?
Yeah. And that's for me is like that's like the overall kind of photographer videographer question.
Yeah.
What's better, gear or skill? To me, it's skill.
Yeah, I
I,
think skill for sure. Even like race car driving, like the last guy, you could go out and get a, top of the line race car, but if you don't know how to drive it, you're still going to come in last place.
yeah, it's that. It's funny. It's that driver mod.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can have cool things, but if you don't have that driver mod, or for me, that operator
Yeah.
mod, you're not gonna excel well.
Oh, for sure. Even just like what little skill I have, at capturing the car and doing
Hmm.
different angles, like the gas station photo that I took, and everybody's like, well, not everybody, okay. Some people are like, man, that's so nice. What'd you use? Who shot it? And I'm like, I use an iPhone 14 Pro Max
Yeah.
at the time, and I don't know. I just stepped back and looked at all the angles. I seen gas station photos, and that kind of was what I wanted.
And that's the fun stuff, and again, that's that skill.
Yeah,
It's like you yourself have that background in photography,
yeah,
videography, so you knew what you were looking at.
yep,
It's just you had that moment where you're like, okay, like I know how to photograph this,
yep.
and you did it, and then you progressed from there.
Yeah, because I don't think it would have looked. Maybe it would have been more clear, but I don't know. That photo's pretty freaking clear,
Yeah,
and I didn't edit it or nothing. But maybe with a nice camera, it would have looked a little different. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go for skill over gear for sure
yeah,
too.
I 100% agree on that.
Do you like a drone or no drone?
I like a drone.
Yeah.
I don't have one, um, but
They're pricey.
they are also. I don't know how to operate one. I know I could learn it, and it's one of
For
those things
sure.
you get it, you acquire it, you learn it, then you really have fun with it. Um, but I, I at the moment I don't really have a use for it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not a drone guy. It would help in a business sense to
Yeah,
have
for
one,
sure.
because then that's something I can offer where it's like, oh, drone shots.
Yeah. Drones are cool.
But I'm a big drone guy. Anytime I see drone shots, I get really hyped on them,
Yeah.
especially when they're really composed well. Um, but again, I'm like, for me personally, I don't really
Yeah.
use them, but when I see them, I'm like, that's sick.
Right.
I'm like, I love that.
Yeah. always wanted to buy one, but it's one of those like, do I really need it? Am I actually going to use it? Is it going
Yeah,
to make me money? It's just for me. I'll find somebody with a drone and tell
yeah,
them my ideas and they can do
yeah, and that's
it.
also kind of another thing that I focus on is how can I extend my what I do to others, right?
Yeah.
And so if I know a drone guy, and I know they can do this kind of stuff, I'll
Uh-huh.
hire them out. I'll be like, hey, I have this video shoot that's coming up, or I have this project. How much would you charge for something like this? And they
Yeah.
tell me, and if it's within that budget,
Yeah,
right,
for sure.
I'll be like, sweet, like you're on. I want to hire you.
Yep.
These are the dates. This is the info, and
That's
that's
cool.
that. That extension of community where
Yep.
I get to help another creative out, and then they get to come out with their drone. They get to do what they love to do.
Yep. They might get more work, more
Yeah, and that's
exposure for both of you guys
yeah,
now.
and that's another thing is like to me that's a community aspect of what
Yeah.
I do. And so if I know I can extend that like helping arm to others,
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
do it 100% rather than me trying to figure out, okay, well now this person wants drone stuff. Now I need to go buy it. I
Yep.
need to go learn it. It's just easier for
Yeah.
me to be like, oh yeah, I know a drone guy. Come hang out with me. Come do this stuff.
Yep.
And same stuff with like other projects where I've like needed a photographer where I'm like, I am doing video solely.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to be bouncing back and forth because that's so much time, so much effort. But
More work
or yeah, more
editing.
work. And but if I can, hire someone else to do it,
Yeah.
I'm like that alleviates so much
Oh, for
like
sure.
off my plate.
And then you're just still focused on like one task instead of kind of being pulled between two, and it
Yeah,
doesn't look as good. It could have been better, and
yeah.
kind of feeling rushed.
And then you miss moments like um I've never done wedding photography,
Uh-huh.
but I've seen people that will bounce back and forth from like video to photos, and
Yeah.
I see that stress in them, and I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm like, you could have saved yourself a lot of stress if you
Oh
just hired
yeah.
someone. And then they're like, no, like I want to do it. I'm like, I get you want to do it,
Uh-huh.
but please, dude, just save yourself the
Oh yeah.
stress.
And they're still doing a lot, right? It's not like there's third party like subcontracting work to somebody else so they don't have to do it and then they post the photos and get credit.
Yeah,
They're just having a partner essentially.
yeah, and it depends how they structure it. Like the one projects that I've had where you know, some people can't keep the photos, and
Yeah.
that's just written within the contract. And I make sure that's preemptively known. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm hiring someone, I make sure they know the scope of what's happening
Yeah.
because it would be really, bad of me to be like, yeah, come on this shoot. Here's a contract. Here's what you're getting paid. And at the end of the day, they're like, can I use these for my own like
Yeah.
website? And I'm like, no,
Sorry, dude.
yeah, sorry, no. And
Yeah.
then that kind of, puts a bad representation in me
Mhm.
because then it's like, oh, well, you're not transparent, you're not clear in what you're getting.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I'll always do is if I hire someone, I'm like, okay, you're more than welcome to use these photos for what you want
Mhm.
because that's written within the contract. But if it's like an NDA or something,
Yeah.
um, I'm like, then I'm not gonna like do it.
Yeah.
And I actually had that happen to me just recently. Someone tried to throw me under the bus with like a whole NDA thing.
Hmm.
Long story short, I ended up throwing them under the bus because it came out that they were trying to maliciously like you know do pretty much just down my business and like
Okay.
get me to pretty much give up everything.
Oh wow.
And so it was a whole thing, and I ended up just being like, no, like that's not how this works,
Yeah.
man. Like
That's
I can
shitty.
I can prove it to you one way or another, and I was able to prove it. And now they no longer have their own
Yeah.
business in the industry, and it sucks. But again, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't play around with that stuff.
Yeah.
If like you're willing to do ill things or malicious things to my business and my photography videography
Yeah.
career, I'll make sure that
Yep.
you're never going to do what you do
Yeah,
again.
especially if that's your main income right
Yeah,
there, you know? That's how you support your family. Like, that's not right.
no, and I mean it goes back to anything else where it's like
Yeah.
I have this protection over my business and my career, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna defend it tooth and nail.
Yep.
And if it bleeds me dry, then it bleeds me dry. But
Yep.
again, I'll protect it.
Yep. Doing the right thing goes a long way.
Yeah.
for sure. If you're a crappy person and people find out about it, hopefully they don't use you anymore, but
Yeah.
there's still some people that'll still use people just because it's a good deal and all that crap. But if you're a crappy person, I don't like to be around you.
Yeah. No, that's anything in life, really.
Yeah. So do you like shooting JDM, muscle, exotics? What kind of car do you like shooting the most?
Um, preferably, oh man, preferably JDM.
Okay.
Um, they're just unique kind of little vehicles.
Okay.
You know, I love I love when they build really cool things onto them. It's whether it's they imported it and it has a story and it's
Hmm.
a really cool story, or they got this out of some junkyard or some barn find and they
Yeah.
built it. That's the story aspect for me. And it always seems to be in the JDM side.
Okay.
Same with American. Like, it's that story aspect where I love that stuff. Someone built it, someone
Hmm.
really created this. A lot of my stuff sways variously, right? Where there's muscle, there's JDM, there's
Yeah.
exotic, there's, some other stuff in there. But I think my favorite would be JDM.
Nice. Yeah. I like I don't know. I'm a builder, so I like when people actually like build their cars or work on it or
Mm-hmm.
even just a simple wheel swap is still cool to me.
Yeah.
So I could see where that would be a little bit more of the favorite to shoot. As far as like exotic cars, they're cool. Don't get me wrong, they're
Yeah.
freaking sweet, but they just bought it like that,
Yeah.
essentially. I don't know.
It really, see, that's where it really depends on the car itself.
Yeah.
I think if you buy an exotic McLaren, Porsche, whatever, and it comes to you for what that is, like, that's cool and all. Like, I
Yeah.
respect it. And I'm like, because I know the struggle and the
Oh, for
financing
sure.
it takes to get one of
Yeah.
those cars. But if it's just like, someone has a, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's just a base model.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, it's still unique.
Yeah, for sure.
But to me, when someone puts time and effort into their car and they design it what they want to do,
Yeah.
whether it was, they built it themselves or they had someone professionally
Yeah.
do it, to me, that's a lot more respectable in a sense.
Yeah.
Um, Versus like if someone just picks this up and is now, flaunting it, doing what they want
Yeah,
to
for
do.
sure.
But it's just, I don't know. It's really tough to determine on like what kind of card it can be, because like
Yeah.
there's those, like Bugatti, Pagani, like
Yeah.
they're super cool, super
They
high up.
are.
They are very, in a sense, artistic, right?
Yeah.
They're very unique on how they're designed and everything,
Hmm.
but it's very unrelatable. And I think that's what
Yeah.
kind of gives it that separation and that distance where it's like they're cool,
Yeah.
they're awesome, but they're very unrelatable and unattainable.
Yeah.
To whereas if I see someone with like, an RX-7, I'm like, that's sick.
Yeah,
And
for
they're like, oh
sure.
yeah, I built this and I did this and I had to import this from here. To me, I'm like, it's more relatable and I get really hyped over that
Yeah.
stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, I could see that. And it's almost like I don't know, photograph photo shooting a exotic car is cool, but it's almost like you just Google a car that looks like that, and you can see, like, if you're taking photos of like cool JDM stuff or classic cars, and then you can see how it could be built. Like, I don't know, I see
Yeah.
people don't really build exotic cars too much, and if they do, it's like all carbon fiber. I don't know what you can do to them,
Yeah. And
except carbon fiber.
that's another sense is like the limited kind of customizable or custom, I don't know what the word would be, but just being able to customize it
Yeah.
is so limited. And it's just like, if I bought $2 million car and I can't do much to it,
Yeah.
and it's fun to drive, then I'm like, cool, like this is more of a driver's car than
Yeah.
anything.
Yep.
But if I imported a GTR and it was in the best shape. And I
Yeah.
started buying things for it, really building it. Maybe I had someone build the motor professionally and then, do other things to it
Hmm.
professionally, but I did my own tweaks to it. Then I'd be like really key on that and be
Yeah, for sure.
like this is my own piece. And I think it's that individual, like, this is my car, right?
Yeah.
Like for anybody that builds anything, it's like this is mine. I put my own energy into this
Yep.
versus, yeah, I bought this, you know, $500,000 car, but I can only do two things to it.
Yeah. For real.
And it's like, oh, well, it's cool. Don't get me
Yep.
wrong. Like, that's really unique, cool. I love
Yeah.
it. It sounds cool, but you're only allowed to do two things to it. I'm
Yeah.
like, ah, it takes that relatability away from
Yep.
it.
Do you think the car culture has changed because of social media?
I would say so,
Yeah.
100%. Um, when I can't testify to what car culture was before social media really blew up,
Uh-huh.
because I wasn't in that environment.
Okay.
Like I would go to car shows and see cars because it was in the area, right?
Yeah.
But I wasn't as tuned into it as I am now. But when I did start, it was when social media was really starting to spike,
Okay.
where people were really becoming influencers or building their own brand off of it.
Uh-huh.
I think it changed the culture in a sense of like ego and a lot of who's better.
Yeah, for sure.
And there are the people that did a very good and successful job of building
Hmm.
their own car pages and being involved in their own community aspect. But then again, you get people that are just downright just bad people or just
Yep.
really weird, and you're like, dude, this is not car culture in its sense. And so that's where it's really tough for me, where I'm like, I don't know what car culture was before social media
Yeah.
really blew up, and so I can't testify to a lot of that stuff. But seeing it now and what it's become, it's a lot of toxicity. And I actually talked about this to another buddy of mine. I was like, the car culture is very cool.
Hmm.
It's a very unique space. A lot of people, it can be very community driven,
Yeah.
but it can also be very toxic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I actually had gotten a lot of, not hate from it, but people were like, you don't know what you're talking about and all this. And I'm like, dude, it's like any other aspect or culture. It's like, for me, I'm really big in the action sports world.
Okay.
I grew up snowboarding. I grew up hanging out with a lot of pros. And so I know the toxicity behind it. And,
Hmm.
especially in that caliber where they're trying to become professional athletes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of toxicity behind it. Same thing in the car community and car culture, where there's a lot of toxicity in it, where it's like, who has the better build? Who's the better
Yeah.
driver? Who's this? Who's that? It's like, it matters in a sense, but
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yep. And it's always over like just social media stuff. Back when, so I think all I had was Facebook. This was like early Facebook,
Hmm.
right? And the car community, it was cool. It was fun to go out. You would get like a text message on where to meet, or you'd meet back in Colorado at the Sam's Club on Academy, or the
Yeah.
Loves all the way up on Academy. All cars, any cars, motorcycles, trucks, everything was welcome and it was cool. And now I feel like with social media, it's like supercars only or Fords only, this only. Then people, are just talking crap on social media like this. Oh, when are you gonna paint it? And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. The funny thing is, I did paint it actually. I painted it like this.
Yeah.
But before, you wouldn't post anything on social media because you're just out living life. So
Hmm.
yeah, social media kind of ruined it. But I guess if you kind of stay clear of those pages and keep your
Yeah.
following kind of close, who you follow at least, then it's good, right?
Yeah. And like going back to that, where it's like a lot of people don't understand the patina,
Yeah.
like, the culture behind that and what it truly is. Um, and again, it's like people have their own opinions. They're going to
Yep.
say, why didn't you paint it? Or why is it like this? But that's because they don't have the knowledge to understand it,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
And like for us or people that do understand it, it's like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Like, is this like natural patina or did you actually
Right.
paint this? And then if you know, some people might be like, oh, you painted it, whatever.
Yeah. You
They
know.
might like that more natural patina
Yeah, for
aspect of it, and
sure.
it's respectable. But I think it's that thing where it's like, if you know the knowledge, then you can really weigh in on what's
Yeah.
happening. But if you don't, then it's like, don't try.
Yeah, for sure. If this had natural patina, I would have kept it, but the guy I got it from primered it all gray.
Hmm.
So I'm like, I don't want to. I didn't want to spend a lot of money to get it painted, but I also didn't want like a nice paint job to restore this
Yeah,
thing because that's how I see all of them. Like 98% of them are all done up and it's all factory OEM.
yeah,
They're really nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, that's just not my style. I use this as like a ladder sometimes to get up
yeah.
top and and do stuff. So yeah.
See, that's the car culture that I like, where
Yeah.
people use their vehicles to their own personality, right?
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
who they are, who they want to be. And, there's people out there that garage keep their cars and they just make it,
Yeah.
that's what it is. But then there's people that like you said, I use this for a ladder. Some people would probably lose their
Oh
mind over
yeah.
it. And then but in a sense, like, yeah, okay, like that's that's his personality, that's who they
Yep.
are. And I think that's the fun kind of part of car culture, where it's like you get to know the individual and their
No,
personality.
yeah. And that's kind of why I want to build something super nice with nice paint
Hmm.
and then still drive it like I do this, still use it the same way I do this one, just to prove it's just a car and they
Yeah,
should be driven.
yeah,
I don't know. I couldn't imagine spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars just for it to sit in the garage, load it on a trailer, go to a car show, and then load it on the trailer and put it back in the garage. That's crazy.
i've I've experienced it, I've seen the people do it. And again, I'm on the side of like, drive it,
Yeah.
you know beat it up, have
Yeah.
fun with it, because at the end of the day, it is just a big piece of metal
Yeah.
with a motor in it.
Yeah.
But again, it's your personality.
Oh yeah.
If that's that personality for them, where they trailer it everywhere and
Yeah.
that's all they want to do with it,
That's cool, I guess.
then that's their own kind of side of it.
Uh-huh.
But for me, I'm like, just drive it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, have fun with it.
That's where I'm at. Who cares about a little rock chip here and there?
Yeah.
The only thing I kind of care about is the windshield because it's like $1,500.
See, and that's
But at the end of the day, drive it or not drive it. I'm gonna drive
yeah. And
it.
like, see, that's the aspect where it's like you got to weigh in a lot of stuff, because like, for that expensive of a windshield, it might not be
Yeah,
worth it for some people. Or
yeah,
like
for sure.
somebody with a really expensive car, where, if it does get a chip in it or something, and
Hmm.
then it costs them hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix,
Yeah,
then they're like, oh, I'm out this money and my car's gone for 6 months.
yeah.
Then I'd be like,
I kind of
I
get
get
that,
it.
but then I don't, because then it's like, why'd you buy that car in the first place if you just like looking at it? I
Yeah.
guess if that's what you want to look at in your garage, then that's
Hmm.
cool, but it's not for me.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's that personality.
Yep.
Who is it for? What is it meant to be?
Yeah.
And if that's that aspect, cool, whatever.
Yep.
But if not, I know my own kind of side of it, because I
Yeah,
know
for
I'd be
sure.
like, I'm driving this
Oh
thing.
yeah. Yep. So where do you see your brand in the next 5 years?
I would say in the next 5 years, I would say, diving more deeper in the community, in the automotive community,
Okay.
um, sponsoring more events, sponsoring more, you know, builds, and being able to, again, extend on that community aspect.
Nice.
I I'm a very non-selfish person.
Okay.
I'm more of a, who can I help and who can I serve.
That's cool.
And so, if my in 5 years, if my photography and videography business becomes more of a helping hand to the automotive
Uh-huh.
industry, or any other aspect of it, I'm that's where I would like to end up.
That's nice.
So that's where I'm kind of driving it right now, where it's like, okay, I have this business. We serve these types of things, and we
Uh-huh.
can do this. But where can I really be more of that community service aspect and be more of a service and experience type than just be, oh, he's a photographer, videographer.
Yeah, that's cool. That would be nice. I don't actually see too many. Maybe here in Utah, it's different, but back home, I didn't really see too many photographer people that are actually out like sponsoring stuff, events, and helping
Hmm.
out, and they're just there to get paid and go home.
Yeah.
Maybe one, but can't really tell you off the top of my head.
Yeah, and and other people have different plans for their businesses, but
Yeah,
I think for me and the way the world is evolving, a lot of things are evolving more to how can I help you and how can I collaborate with you
yeah,
versus am I getting paid for this? What is
yeah.
it? And I will still pick and
Oh, for
choose
sure.
for like there are certain events where I won't take my camera
Yeah,
because there's really no point for me to take it, right?
yeah,
I know I'm not getting paid. I know it's not an ideal setup. But again, that's where I lean into more of the networking side of it and the
yeah,
community side. Hey,
yeah,
who runs this event? Oh, it's this person.
yeah,
Hey, the next time you run something like this, I'd love to offer my services to you or
yeah.
be a sponsor.
That would be
And
cool.
then if they're like, yeah, man, like for sure. And then, that builds that relationship with it. But also, I feel like the more you can dive especially in photography and videography, your own photography services or business or whatever,
Hmm.
into a community that you love and enjoy, the more long lasting it is,
Oh, for
and the
sure.
more of an
Yeah,
effect and legacy it'll have than just, yeah, he was a photographer, videographer forever ago,
yeah,
and now he is retired, right?
yeah,
But for me, it's like I want to build this legacy for my brand and my own stuff, and eventually pass that down to when I do have kids.
hmm,
Be like, hey, we have a photography videography business, and you may not want to be part of that aspect, but you can be part of it in these sense because
yeah.
you you do have my last name, so I will say you kind of have to
Uh-huh.
be top notch and be a good human and be a good person,
Oh, yeah.
I want to make sure that can extend into my kids' lives or my grandkids' lives and what they do in the future, and whether
Nice.
if they, you know, have it and it ends up dying out after I leave this world,
Yep.
whatever, I did my part.
Yep.
But
Did the
again,
best you could do while you
yeah,
were here.
yeah, and but that's kind of me is like 5 years from now, I hope to be in a position where I'm sponsoring events or helping out more in that
Yeah.
sense and really indulging in that community, especially car community where, you know, let's be more of the community aspect than who has the best
Yeah.
of the best.
Yeah. That's where it's at for sure. Definitely being more like of the community, just taking this to the shows and stuff. It's fun. That's why I like this because it's the kids could sit in it.
Yeah.
You could stand on it. I don't care. You want to drive it around the block? Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't really care. Just don't like start beating it up with the baseball bat and all bad.
Yeah.
But you want to sit in it, take photos. You want to go around. We could do burnouts. That's cool. That's where I'm at. Right.
Yeah.
I don't want a whole. Don't touch this. Don't look at it. Stand
Yeah.
50 feet away. It's just like, ugh. It's
Yeah.
not for me.
And that's, I mean, it's really funny that you say that is because yesterday I was filming NSX and RX-7. I posted it on my story, and in the background there's two race cars,
Uh-huh.
and we had a guy come in, and he had his grandkid, and he his grandkid was like, "Oh my god, like look at these cars," and like was around them, checking
Uh-huh.
them out. And the one he attached to was this green race car Lamborghini, like full GT3 car,
Sheesh.
and the dude had his grandson like stand in front of it and like peace sign.
Uh-huh.
And since I was there and I know everybody really well,
Hmm.
I told the dude, I was like, "Do you want to have him sit in it?" I'm like, "He can sit
Yeah.
in it if he wants to." And the guy was like, "Oh my god, would that be possible?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I just opened it,
Yeah,
multi-million-dollar car.
for sure.
But to me, it's that experience for the kids and the future
Yeah.
generation, because if they get that experience, then that drives more of a community aspect for them,
Yeah.
because they know, cool, like we're all on the same playing field here, we're
Hmm.
all having fun. And if you have a good upbringing in the car community,
Uh-huh.
that it goes so much further.
Oh yeah. So then maybe one day, that kid was like, "Yeah, I remember that time when before I even was able to drive, I got to sit in a Lamborghini." And then he
Yeah,
goes and buys one now, and now he's letting people sit in his instead of don't touch it,
yeah.
you know?
Like, hey, look at it, but don't get too
Yeah.
close.
Like with those cards, for sure, ask, of course,
Mm-hmm.
beforehand. But even with this, if you ask, I'll let you sit in it, let you
Yeah,
touch it, whatever. But still be respectful.
yeah, and that's that line,
Yeah.
be respectful, be, courteous, because these things are expensive.
Yes.
Don't just run up and put your
Yeah.
fingerprints all over it, but like, enjoy what it is and enjoy who owns it,
Yep.
and make sure you're part of that community, because again, you never know where it's going
What is a dream car or dream shoot that you would like to do?
to. Dream car, we'll start with dream car, because I this is such a long-winded answer. It I Well, both of them are. um but I would say dream car would be a Lamborghini Diablo SV.
Okay.
um I grew up, it was my poster car.
Yeah.
Like, that was the car I had on my wall growing up. I remember buying it at the book fair, because you'd go to the book
Oh
fair and they
yeah.
had the posters and whatnot. And I remember when I was just scanning through all these posters of cars, that was the one that really spoke to me, and I bought it and I put it on my wall, and it stayed up on my wall. Keep in mind, I bought this when I was like, I think 6.
Okay.
That poster did not get taken down until I was about 17 or 18.
Oh wow.
So it,
It's a love for that car for
yeah,
sure.
so it stayed up there. And so that would be like my ultimate dream car to buy. I've seen them, I've been able to, fortunately, like, photograph
Uh-huh.
them and, sit in them and all that. But ultimately, I would eventually love to
That's cool.
buy one of those.
That would be nice.
Dream photo shoot, I would say, hmm, dream photo shoot. Geez, I've done so much, and it doesn't help that I've gone to like Car Week and have gotten invited to
Uh-huh.
private shoots, or just been in the right place, right time to
Yeah.
photograph really cool cars. But I would say dream photo shoot would have to be the holy trinity of hypercars.
Okay.
So it'd be the McLaren P1, the Porsche 918, and then a Ferrari LaFerrari.
Okay.
So those are like the three, or they consider them the holy trinity cars
Okay.
within that era. And that would be like a dream photo shoot to get those three lined up together.
That'd be cool.
um, Whether it's, you know if I if it does happen, I it would be very,
When it does
yeah,
happen.
when it
When
when
it
it when it
happens.
happens, if it happens in a parking garage or just a parking spot,
Uh-huh.
I would be like, yeah, for sure, I did it.
That's
But
cool.
if it ends up being something where it's private and we're going out driving and doing it, get to
Even
experience the
better.
cars, and
Yeah.
I would just kind of be like, cool, I'm done,
Yep.
I'm retiring.
That's cool. What advice would you give to somebody just starting out in photography, videography?
uh that's a good question. Be humble.
Oh yeah.
Be very humble, be very courteous, but also be generous.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you are starting out, there's a lot bigger fish in the sea.
Uh-huh.
So the more humble and the more kind of open you can be and willing to accept advice or help, the better you will be set in the future. Um, don't get too really in your head about a lot of the numbers or
Yeah, for sure.
how is this going to help, me, right? Because that
Hmm.
is the goal is like how is this going to help me, but make sure it's in a good sense of like,
Yeah.
okay, like I'm starting out, I'm new to this. Um, how is this going to help me in my portfolio or my website, or
Yeah.
how is this really going to extend into my networking, right?
Yeah.
And then also, I would say another thing is like be very skillful.
Hmm.
Learn the skills, learn the trade itself, where how you actually shoot a photo, how you actually use your camera, um, the right gear in the right time to
Yep.
use it. Like weigh those things out, because the more you do that, the better you get at your own craft and you develop your own style. And like for me, like I had that base model camera for
Uh-huh.
years and I still was doing really good stuff with it.
Nice.
And I think if you're starting out, whether it's on your iPhone, whether it's on, you are fortunate enough to get a higher caliber
Hmm.
camera, use it, figure it out, develop that skill, be humble with it,
Oh yeah.
and be very generous and courteous of where you are and who you are, and because that represents you as a person. But
Uh-huh.
also, photographers and videographers do get a bad rap sometimes, because there's a plethora of them
Yeah.
nowadays.
Everybody wants to be
Yeah,
one.
and that's the thing is like people want to be the one, and it's like you can be the one,
Uh-huh.
but you can be a better version of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a good answer. I like that. Just the learning the skill, not
Yeah,
just go out and buy an expensive camera and just start taking photos. Like just start with whatever you got, and if you're really good at taking photos on the iPhone, stick with the iPhone for a little
yeah,
bit, and then upgrade and buy a camera and all that. So yeah, skill is definitely number one thing for everything, I feel like.
yeah. I mean, anything in life really, like it's a skill. It's a skill
Yep.
set you have to develop, and don't beat yourself up too hard on it.
Yeah.
And that's what I love the most is when I'm out and about and I see newer photographers that just picked up a camera,
Yeah.
and I like this happened to me 2 weeks ago. I was at a show and this dude came up to me, had no idea who it was. It was some kid, and he was like, "Dude, I follow you on Instagram. You really like inspired me to do a lot of the stuff I want to do." And he asked me a similar question, and I told him, and it it was just one of those things where that extended to him,
Yeah.
and I was like, just be skillful, man. Like
Yep.
learn learn what you're doing and learn how you can make it better, because I was like, and I promise you this, there's people that I've like known
Hmm.
that I initially when I met them, they were smaller creators. They didn't know how to run a camera all that well, and now they're triple
Yeah.
from me even. Like I don't have a huge following, and I don't really care to have like a
Yeah,
massive
for sure.
following. Like yes, it is nice to, have that exposure in a sense where
Yeah.
people see your page and it gives you a little bit more of that credibility where it's like, oh, like they have, you know, 10K, 12K,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
But to me, it really doesn't matter to me because I know what I'm doing is a lot more lasting,
Yeah, for sure.
and I can be more representative of that nature, and
Yeah.
in that sense.
Not just for social media,
Yeah,
it's
like,
actually real life.
yeah, it's like I'm doing this for real life.
Yeah.
The social media aspect of it is just a bonus.
Right.
You know, it's free advertising, it's paid, I don't have to dump a lot of money
Yeah.
into, sending my stuff everywhere. It's just there, and I can
Yep.
create a personal brand, and people can see who I am and understand what I do. And that was the thing is I was like, I told him, I was like, just be who you are. And I promise you, dude, in 3 years, you'll probably be like triple the size.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
I'm like, you might even be bigger than me.
Yep.
And I can be like, I can reach out and I can be like, dude, you're crushing it.
Yep.
And that's all I really care about is just seeing people grow.
Yeah. Supporting everybody
Yeah.
is good. Where can people find you on social media?
Uh, Instagram, and then, I mean, all of them really.
Okay.
Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Um, like I said, I'm not really like heavy on building this stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Um, but if you did want to follow me, like on Instagram, it's just underscore Fernando Nevarez, wherever it is.
Right.
uh, but following me there, and then eventually I'll start getting into the whole aspect of those things where it's like the YouTube
Yeah.
building who I am. And I was never really good at that in the beginning
Uh-huh.
because I was so focused on developing what I wanted to do. And then now that it's a big thing, I'm like, well, I guess I should
Just a
film.
little bit, right?
Yeah, film myself, let people know who I am. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not just someone behind the camera.
Yeah.
I actually have a personality and people can enjoy that with me and develop that community because, we all have these pockets of communities.
Yeah.
And if people can find me in one or the other, then
Right.
that's just, it's a bonus.
Yeah. I do like that you actually post photos of you taking a photo
Mm-hmm.
or like videos of you with the camera and you're like getting
Yeah.
set up. Like that's cool, to see the person behind the camera
Mm-hmm.
instead of just posting all your cars or all the portraits and stuff you shoot. Like that's cool, but I don't know. I like to see like get to know somebody and
Yeah.
everything just from their page. It's kind of nice to just not see, oh, there's a car, a car, a car,
Yeah.
car, car.
And it's that authenticity,
Yeah,
it's,
like you're a real genuine person.
yeah, you like, oh, you are a real human, like, cool, like
Yeah,
now I really want to get to know who
yeah,
you are and what you do. And that's honestly my brand in a sense. Like, my business is, if you have a business, we help with the branding and the social media aspect and helping you
nice.
develop those things and get better at it. And if you're wanting to hire us to keep building with that, then cool. But
Yep.
that's what I like to do is strategize, help with people building who they are,
Yeah.
giving them a guidance of what they're doing, rather than some social media or agencies that are just like, yeah, we can do this for you, it's going to cost you X amount,
Yeah, for
and then
sure.
that's it.
Not
I
getting to know anybody or the client
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah,
That
to
makes
me, I
sense.
mean, again, it's that community thing. The biggest thing for me is if you're a cool person and you're genuine,
Yep.
then I'll rock with that, and I will run to the end of the earth with you. But if
Oh
you're
yeah.
not, then
Yep.
I'll probably just get to know you, and then that's about
Yep.
it.
That's kind of how it goes. Like just like I always like I said, doing this podcast, I always wanted like, do I want everybody to watch it and for it to blow up? Sure, that would be cool.
Hmm.
But I'm just I don't know. I'm in it to like network and just do small community things. And if it blows up, that's great. But if there was somebody that's a straight tool with millions of followers and he guarantees I'm gonna do this, this, and this, but you're a crappy person, I'm not going to have you on.
Yeah.
So that's just
No, that.
more for family and the community, really. So
Yeah.
it's nice to have somebody else, well, quite a few people actually, that feel the same way. So that's
Yeah.
good.
No, and then it shows it's tried and true.
Yep.
It's showing that people are evolving into this area,
Yep.
wanting more of this. So, but yeah, that's
That's
where
good.
people can find me. And I mean, here and anywhere within the Utah area.
Nice, nice. Well, that's it for episode 2. Only 2. So stay tuned next time for episode 3. If you or anyone you want to be on the episode, just let me know. Reach out. All the social medias, like I said before, if you don't have my number, I'll give you my number. Just let me know how we can change and make it better.